To explain that, 800 calories a day, it's around a third of an adult's recommended daily intake.
Yes, you're allowed about 2,000, aren't you? Just over 2,000, I think. The advice hopes to combat Britain's growing obesity crisis, where 26% of UK adults are now officially classed as obese. That's an increase of 15% since 1993.
And in the year 2017, there were 617,000 hospital admissions where obesity was a factor.
Well, we're joined now by Dr. Hilary again, who thinks that crash diets could work for some people, and TV presenter and nutritional advisor Josie Gibson, who says that crash diets did not work for her and don't work for many. We've had a lot of calls about this, actually, with people divided. Some people saying that they tried it and it worked, others saying it was a nightmare. Why do you think that they're good? Because traditionally, crash diets are sniffed at, aren't they? They're frowned on.
People are basically impatient. When they want to lose weight, they need to get results fast. If they get results quickly, they're encouraged to continue. If they see nothing happening when they look in the mirror week after week, they give up. And they're back to normal. We know that crash diets work in the right people. So if people are obese or morbidly obese, they're running the risk of type 2 diabetes, of heart disease. And if they can stick to these meal replacements, which are nutritionally complete, then they're not getting any deficiencies.
When you say meal replacements, what do you mean? Do you mean like drinks?
Yes, shakes, soups, meal bars.
Right.
So they take these for 3 months instead of eating normally. And during that time, they focus on why they used to eat what they ate, why they ate so much, and they change their mindset about what they're going to do when they revert to normal meals.
And by drinking juices and soups and things, this breaks the relationship with food. They're not dealing with food anymore. No. That breaks the relationship. It makes it easier for them.
In the study that was conducted in Oxford by Professor Jebb, who's a nutritional expert, people lost about 2.5 stone in 9 weeks.
Oh, that's good.
It's terrific, and that encourages people to continue. And actually, in the study, which was over a year long, they were 10 kilos less weight than other people on a normal diet a year later. So the results are very encouraging.
Questions about how long that weight stays off for. I mean, Josie, I know that you famously lost a lot of weight. You've been through the whole which diet works. What do you make of crash diets then?
I think I've tried every single fad diet under the sun, and what I don't like about it is it creates an unhealthy relationship with food. I've actually been to these meetings that sell these sorts of plans, and what I didn't like about it is what really rang alarm bells is they said you shouldn't work out on this plan because you will feel very nauseous, very dizzy and very fatigued. And I thought, hey, what sort of plan advises you not to work out? And then I had a look at into the ingredients of it, and if I actually seen these ingredients on a packet that I found in a supermarket, I put it straight back on the shelf. And I looked at another side effect, and it was hair loss, and I thought, how can these plans be any good for you? And so I've done these plans, and I lost a lot of weight, but I put the weight back on, but I lost the same amount of weight eating healthy, nutritious, proper meals.
You lost 7 stone in 9 months, didn't you? Which is phenomenal.
Yeah, so it was about that. So
What kind of diet was that?
So I did what I like to call a green and clean diet. So I would stick to fruit, veg, nuts and seeds, healthy oils, everything just taken back to its natural state without much process.
Can I ask what you weighed when you started that diet, if you lost 7 stone?
Oh, I was just probably about 17.5 stone, just verging on the, it was a bit of a shock factor because I didn't actually ever think I was that big. But and I've tried a lot of diets, don't get me wrong, but the diet that I'm always and will always advocate is healthy eating, natural healthy eating that we're designed to eat.
Dr. Hilary, from that point of view, about the number of people that when they do something that's such an extreme diet plan that, it's not sustainable, is it? They're always going to go back to a certain other type of eating plan afterwards.
Yes.
What about people in the long term keeping that weight off?
Yeah, it's the maintenance of weight loss which is the critical thing, not the immediate weight loss. Anybody can lose weight quickly, but it's about keeping the weight loss off, and that's what this study showed, that actually they managed to do it 3 times more effectively than people on a normal diet.
Really?
Yeah.
A year later. Crash diet, you're more likely to keep it off.
Yes.
Because I'd always understood that actually you get to your target weight and then you reward yourself with loads of food for being so good for the last few months.
But in this study, they had the extra psychological support, did they? They had that side of things. So actually, that was the added bit.
Because it's not easy to stick to. Absolutely, it's not easy to stick to. You need the support, and you need to know why you were making unhealthy food choices originally to put on the weight in the first place. So you go on the crash diet, and you lose the weight quickly, and you're encouraged to continue. And that's what the research shows, that you're more likely to be you're less likely to put on weight a year later and be lighter a year down the line than people doing it gradually.
So do you think that you put it back on when you went on a crash diet as opposed to a healthy eating diet because you weren't getting the psychological backup that you perhaps could have benefited from?
I was just, any diet that you don't feel good on is not a good diet. When I eat food, I want to feel good. I want to absorb the minerals. I want to absorb the vitamins in that food. I want to feel great, and it's building a healthy relationship with food and making the right choices.
How long have you been the size you are now?
I've put on a bit of weight now, but I am expecting, so I've got it.
Congratulations.
What does it do?
With these crash diets, they're not, sustainable. So you have them, and then you go on, and they do teach you how to cook real decent meals, which is great. But why not do that at the beginning?
When's your baby due?
End of September.
End of September.
Yeah.
Is it first?
My first, and I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, I feel great. I feel really good.
You know what you're having?
Not yet.
Do you want to know?
I'll be taking bets later, Rich.
I must ask you something totally off the point. Where's your accent from?
It's from Bristol.
You're a Bristol guy?
Yeah. Go, Rich, say, I like your socks. Give it a go.
I like your socks.
There we go, Rich.
Just what, if I may, one final point on this: that people who had type 2 diabetes had it reversed by losing weight quickly, which is astonishing. And for a professor of nutrition to be saying these results, when this is carried out in primary care and general practice, are phenomenal and exciting. That tells a story.
Do you think the NHS should be looking at this for those, serious cases where people need immediate action?
When you consider that there's going to be something like 4 million more people who are morbidly obese in the next 17 years, that's going to be a huge cost and burden to the NHS through heart disease, through diabetes, through arthritis. So anything we can do quickly, which works, and this does work in the model in primary care, then we should look at it.
And in a sentence, what's the difference between obese and morbidly obese?
Okay, so if your body mass index is between 25 and 30, you're overweight. Above 30, you're obese. Above 40, you're morbidly obese. And that's risking your life.
Fine.
Good. Well, thank you both very much, and many congratulations to you. Good luck with your pregnancy. Thanks for coming in this morning. Actually, we've been running a Twitter poll to see what you think about whether the NHS should be encouraging crash diets. We can take a look at the latest results at the moment. 51% of you think yes, the NHS should encourage crash diets. It'll be interesting to see how that changes after this debate. We'll keep an eye on that.
I must say, you persuaded me.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you really
well, you don't need to.
Oh, no.
As a principle.
Well, it's something I've always believed in, that people are basically impatient. They want quick results, and if you get quick results, you're encouraged to then go to the gym. You're encouraged to eat healthily, and if you're looking at why you were making the wrong choices before, that's got to be a good thing.
Good to tell you. Okay. Thanks both very much. It is 7:40.